My second best strategy that literally saved my life throughout my whole journey, best tool, especially when you're starting out. But every time I get an idea of having a scoop of ice cream in the middle of the day, breathe from the stomach. If you're anything like me and you have ADHD, you probably make a lot of impulsive choices to eat a lot of unhealthy food. In this video, I'm going to talk about some effective techniques that you can use to control your impulses. Impulsivity towards food is very common amongst people with ADHD, and it makes it super hard to stick to a healthy routine, and I've struggled personally with this so much for the past few years, but I was able to lose over 40 pounds and keep it off, and I'm here to share with you all of the effective techniques that I've used over the past years that has helped me get here. I don't know if some of you guys can relate to this, but sometimes I'm sitting and doing work and I get an idea of having a scoop of ice cream, and I can't do anything else because the thought sticks in my head for hours and hours, and I can't do anything else until I get that scoop of ice cream. So I had to actually sit down and come up with strategies to stop myself from getting these random thoughts and actually acting on them. So one of the strategies is, this might sound a little crazy, but every time I get an idea of having a scoop of ice cream in the middle of the day randomly, I actually address the thought as opposed to ignoring it. In the past, I used to ignore it, so it would just come and haunt me at some point. But right now, I really address it. So the first thing I do in order to be able to address that is to actually take a few deep breaths, and I do it from the stomach. So I don't try to breathe from the chest, I breathe from the stomach. And I try to calm myself down because I usually get those thoughts when I'm really emotional or anxious. So calming myself is going to actually snap me back to reality. The next thing I do is to actually try to come up with reasons why I shouldn't, and sometimes why I should have that scoop of ice cream. So the reasons that I usually list for myself are as follows. So the first reason I usually list is my health. It used to be about my body, but now it's about health. I've studied nutrition, I have a certificate in nutrition, and I know how bad sugar is for my body. So I don't want to give it anything unhealthy. So that's my number one reason. The second reason is that sugar is so addictive. It's not about that one scoop of ice cream that you're going to have, it's about what you're going to want next. So that also helps me stay away from it. So the third reason is usually wanting to feel energetic and happy, and people who don't have sugar for a while and then have a little bit of sugar after, they actually vouch for this because they're going to feel sluggish and tired and sometimes depressed. So that's basically what sugar does to your body, and it really helps you stay away from it if you actually think about those reasons. And usually when I try to think of reasons why I should have that scoop of ice cream, the only reason that comes to my mind is that because I really want to have it, because I had that thought and I'm just craving it at the moment. In the past, I didn't have so much experience to know how sugar really affects my health, so it was really hard to convince myself. So there are actually other strategies that I'm going to list right now that you can use. My second best strategy that literally saved my life throughout my whole journey was cheat meals. I don't know if you guys can relate, but when you're dieting and you're sticking to a healthier routine, you could be walking down the street and you would just randomly crave things that you don't even like. So every time you catch yourself thinking about having some unhealthy food, you have to rewire your brain and just really look forward to that Saturday and be like, okay, so I'm just gonna have it on Saturday. You can plan it ahead. If you're craving burger, you could just plan it. You can even plan the dressing and what you're gonna have with it. If you're gonna have fries, if you're gonna have a scoop of ice cream after, that's fine. It's always better to eat unhealthy for one day than to be eating unhealthy throughout the week. And then as you go on and as you get motivated more and you feel like you're losing more weight, you're gonna adjust your cheat meals until you're gonna stop having it in general. I think that's a good way to approach it, and I feel like it works for me and it should work for everybody. When I was losing weight, one thing I really struggled with was my addiction to buying unhealthy food. I felt like I was addicted to Uber Eats. I was addicted to go to Metro or Loblaws to buy those sugary snacks that were unhealthy for me. So I made sure I have some of them at home when I went grocery shopping. I made sure I bought low sugar or low calorie snacks and I had it in the refrigerator. So whenever I felt like binging, I would just go ahead and have one of those. In this video, I actually talk a little bit more about sugar replacement and how I did the way I did it. I'm actually working on a program that includes a lot of recipes that I currently use to satisfy my sugar cravings. I have sugar-free cakes, ice cream, and protein shakes that I'm going to include in this program. In order to be notified when this program comes out, you have to download my current program, which is in the description below. I will give this program for free to the first 10 people who subscribe for it. So send me your email and I will be sure to send it to you, and drop me a line in the comment and let me know that you downloaded it and you're waiting to be selected for the free program. And who are we kidding? Since I don't have a lot of subscribers, the chances for you to win it is actually pretty high, so make sure you do that. So my next strategy, which is so helpful, I actually learned this from my boyfriend, and he always told me, every time you want to have something bad, have your food, drink a lot of water, and wait for an hour and see if you still want it or not. If you wanted it, which is the chances is going to be really low, go ahead and have it, or try to have a sugar substitute, as we mentioned in the previous point. But normally, honestly, if you ate and you drank and you waited, the chances of you wanting to have that bad food is very low. So try that and let me know how it works. My fifth strategy helps you with grocery shopping. Make sure you never go grocery shopping when you're hungry, especially when you have ADHD. When you're hungry, your blood glucose levels are low, and then you're going to be walking down these aisles and you're going to see all of these different choices that are yummy, and there's no way you can say no to those. We're not robots. It's really hard to control yourself. So make sure you eat and drink before you go grocery shopping, and make sure you stick to your grocery list, which is really good to have also. As my last advice, track your macros. Trust me, I'm not kidding. It's not that it does magic, but I swear to you, as soon as you start using it, you're gonna start seeing results. It's not, as I said, magic, but what it does is that it makes you really conscious about the calories that you're putting in your mouth. I understand it's a little restrictive. I understand that you have to be more conscious of it, but that's the only way you're gonna know what food really means. Everybody told me to eat healthy. Everybody told me to control my portions. But it wasn't until I started tracking that I really understood how much food I'm putting in my body and what it means to consume that much calories. I swear by these apps, and I feel like it's helped me so much. I have absolutely no affiliations with them. If you look at my subscribers number, there's not many people following me, so I really don't care about these apps, but it really helps you out. It's really easy to track compared to sitting down and writing down the calories. So I do definitely recommend it. Try it out and let me know what you think of these apps. Actually, if you use a different app, aside from MyFitnessPal, maybe just comment it below and let me know what you use. I really hope you guys enjoyed this video. I really put a lot of time and effort into these videos. I would really appreciate it if you like and comment and share with your friends. It would really help the YouTube algorithm to get me out there so more people get to watch my videos. It's up to you to make me famous. Thank you so much for doing this and watching this and being a part of my journey. I'll see you guys next time. Bye.